Hello, tikulandireni kuphunzira twathu lero pamene tikupitiriza coordinate geometry. Lero tili lesson 4, ndipo mu lesson 4 tiona midpoint of a line segment. Muli ndine Sister Chuma. Definition. The midpoint of a line segment is a point which lies halfway between the endpoints of a line segment. It is possible to find the midpoint of a line if we know the coordinates of the endpoints of the line. Apa pali zinthu ziwiri zofunikira zimene mukuyenera muzigwire. Chinthu choyamba kuchigwira ndi endpoints. Chinthu chachiwiri kuchigwira ndi ma coordinates of the endpoints. So you can have a line, and that line when you can starting point and end point. We know that line can be x, y, also can be x, y. Those are coordinates of those two endpoints. So if you know these coordinates, it's very easy to find the midpoint of this line, which is also the coordinate on that. Now, in this lesson 4, we will discuss more about that. So, how do we find that midpoint of a line segment? Let's consider this Cartesian plane. This is x, there is y. Okay. So on this one, you may have this line segment, and this line segment has starting point, which is that one, and end point, which is that one. Okay, and the starting point, remember, we have a coordinate here. Okay, we also have a coordinate there at the end point. So this one is AB is a line segment, and this line segment has got coordinates at its end. Now the question is for us to find the midpoint of this line. Okay? And that midpoint is also a coordinate, but that coordinate has to be on that line. Let's say this midpoint is M. Okay, so in this case, we can say this is x1 because tukayambira ba A kumabira could be x1, that will be x2. In this case, tukayambira ba A apa, so that would be our y1. Okay, tukupita ku B, so that would be our y2. Okay, so you will see that kuchoka apa kafika apa, it means we have change in distance, and this change in distance for us to find there, it means to find up kuti pakhale pakati pa that line in y-axis. It means we need to find that change of distance, which means is y2 chifukwa kuchoka pa y1 kupita y2 minus y1 over 2. It's that point. Okay, it's that point. So that kuchoka up y2 kufika pakati up. Let's say this one ym, this one is xm. Okay, so that kuchoka pa y2 kufika up ndi y2 minus y1 over 2. Okay, something like that. In other words, chimene unena chonena kuti ym is the same as to say, let's say tukayambira pa 0 apa, kuchoka pa 0 kuti tikafika pa ym, it means it's y2 plus y2 minus y1 over 2. So that kuchoka apa pa 0 kukafika pa ym. The same applies huku kuti mupeze line from x1 to x2, that line there is x2 minus x1. Now for you to find this midpoint, ndio mubwereka length ya muigawire pawiri, ndio mudziwa kuchoka apa ndi half imene, that is kuchoka apa x1 kufika apa xm, that's a half, is that one. And the same applies to that other side, is also half, which is that one. Now in this case, for you to find xm, it means xm will be equal to x1, which is kuchoka apa, pa 0 kafika pa x1 plus ka section kameneka. Okay, so we can say xm is equal to x1 plus x2 minus x1 over 2. Okay, so let us try to find that. It means xm, it will be x1. Okay, or let us find the common denominator. Common denominator in this one is 2, so there it will be 2x1, there will be 1, it will be plus x2 minus x1, which will be 2x1 minus x1, yeah, that will be x1 plus x2 over 2, which means this point from 0 to xm is equal to x1 plus x2 over 2. Let's see ym. We'll do the same, common denominator 2. There it will be 2y2. Okay, there 1 be plus maybe before we proceed, pali chinthu chimodzi mene ndikuyenera ndilongosolere apa tikamba kuti this is y2. This y2 is smaller than y1, which means the result of y2 minus y1 ikuyenera kukhala negative. Result of y2 minus y1 ikuyenera kukhala negative, which means this one can be rewritten as y2 minus y2 minus y1 over 2. For y1, I mean y2 minus y1, so obviously that again will be negative. Okay, you will understand as we go along, don't worry. Okay, so in this case you'll be y2 minus okay, yeah, now let's do it this way. Common denominator, so you have 2, so in this case there it will be 2y2. Okay, there it's 1, be minus y2 plus y1, negative plus, like that. So it will be 2y2 minus y2, it will be y2 plus y1 over 2. Now our m has been found. Our m has been found. Chifukwa tapeza kuti on the y side ym is y2 plus y1 over 2. On the x side tapeza kuti xm is x2 minus x1 over, I mean x2 plus x1 plus x2 over 2. Spell this metaphase, which means that midpoint is the same as to say that is it, x side, so x side is x1 plus x2 over 2, comma y side y2 plus y1 comma 2. Okay, so that's how we do this. Okay, let us proceed and use some figures and demonstrate the same. Okay, let's say we have this line. Sorry. Yeah, so let's say we have that line. This is a Cartesian plane. Let's say that's x-axis, that's y-axis, and this is 0. We can, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, and here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's say that's A and that's point B. Mwasema mulima coordinate. Remember, you have that side and that side. That's your coordinate A, which is 2, 5. Okay, 2, 5. And B, we have 6, and there that side we have 3. So it's 6, 3. Okay, so from our demonstration in the previous slide, Timanena would, for you to find the midpoint, the midpoint of the midpoint on the x-axis, Timanena would abasi up, abas on the upper we have. Now for us to find this length, it means it has to be 6 minus 2. So 6 minus 2 is our length, which is 4. Okay, now 4, if you want to find the midpoint of 4, it means you have to divide 4 by 2, which will give you 2. Okay, which means leni mgaidwa bagati wenga kale 2 uso kale 2, which means from there 1, 2 up. So that bagati ba 20 badi up. Bagati ba 20 ba meneba. So that 1, 2 and 4. So our aim here will be equal to 4 on the x-axis side. Okay, that's 4 on the x-axis side. Tikabwera ku y side, the same thing. Ku y side we have this, that line, and this line is between 3 and 5. It's between 3 and 5. So tukuchoka apa kumabwera okwete mete napangira kuchako. So tinanena kuti ndi 3 chifukwa tikukoka apo, that's y1, chifukwa tikuyambira apa, that's y1 kupita ku y2, that's y1 kupita ku y2, then the y2 it's 3 minus 5. Okay, chifukwa ndi length, so we just consider change. Okay, chifukwa negative kunja kuchat, something like that, to make sure that we take care of that minus. That formula imagwira, but since this is a length, we want it to be positive. Okay, so we'll just consider the change. So the change here is, we can still do that, but no need. And so the change here is 3 and 5 minus 3. So that's, we'll say negative because kuchoka huko kupita ikulu 3 minus 5, something like that, divided by 2. Yeah, this is what I described umayambiro kucha. Okay, so mukachotsera apa it will be 2, so you have to, so zakuti kuchoka apa kuzafika apa it will give you a length of 2. Zimene zilizona 1 1 2, that's thing. Pakati pake ndikuti mukuyeneka 2 mugawire ndi chani 2, so which will give you 1, which means that is your center. You just move once, that is your center, which means on the y side that point is also 4. Okay, remember kuchako tinanena kuti for us to find that m is the same as to say x1 plus x2 over 2, comma y1 plus y2 over 2 in bracket. It can be y2 or y1, never matter, doesn't matter. So if we try to put these coordinates into here, they have to give us this. If we put these coordinates into this formula that we derived earlier in the previous slide, it has to give us 4, 4. Let's see. So that's x1 per x1 take 2, and here x2 plus 6 over 2, comma, what's y1? Y1 is 5 plus y2. Y2 is 3, comma, 2, bracket. So 2 plus 6, that's 8. 8 divided by 2, that's 4, comma. 5 plus 3, that's 8. Divided by 2, that's 4. Something like that. So that's our midpoint, 4, 4. Using the formula, but you can do the same without using the formula, but by just using the graph. Here, tinayamba kupeza using the graph. Then I have tried to apply the derived formula kuti tipeze the same answer. I'm doing all this to help you understand my procedures just to make sure if you just understand this, there's no need to memorize. Let's continue. Let's try look at some examples. Okay, so we may have this example. Say find the midpoint of a line from 2, 6 to 4, 8. Okay, simple, we did that. So you say the midpoint will be equal to x1 plus x2 over 2, comma, y1 plus y2 over 2. So this is x1, so it will be 2 plus 4 over 2, that's 4, that's x2, comma, y1, that's 6, sorry, plus y2, which is 8. 6 plus 8 over 2. So that's 8. I mean, that's 6, x2, then that's 3. Oh, just a moment. Yeah, so that's 2 plus 4, that's 6, divided by 2, that's 3, comma, 6 plus 8, that's 10, 14, divided by 2, that's 7. Yeah, so that's it. How do you show it? Simple. Let's show if it's true. Okay, that's first point is 2, y, let's say y, that's 6, so that's point 1, and point 2 is 4, let's say that's 4, comma 8. Okay, let's say that's 8, so that's point 2. So that's your line. So the midpoint, it means it's here, also it means it's that. So 4 minus 2, that's 2. 2 divided by 2, that's 1. So it will be kuchoka hapa pa 0 kukafika hapa, so it will be 2 plus that one, so this will be 3. Okay, go there. The same here. There it's 8 minus 2, so that's 2 divided by, for us to find the middle point, it will be 2 divided by 2, so it will be 1, and it will be 6 plus 1, so that will be 7. Okay, which means that point indeed is x 3, y 7. Oh, sorry, should be 7y. It's as simple as that. Here I'm just showing you graphically. Using that formula that we derived, that's that. Okay, and we have another problem here. Let's look at this last example. In this last example, they're saying the midpoint. In this case, we have now the midpoint, which is equal to 4. Let's write for midpoint to be equal to 4, 9. The coordinates of, okay, the midpoint of a line PQ is that one, midpoint of, maybe so midpoint of PQ, and the coordinates of P, its coordinates are a, 5, and the coordinates of Q, its coordinates are 1, 7. Okay, so for us to find this midpoint, from here, remember the formula we are using, it means x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Okay, so let's put these values. You will see that it's here x1 is a plus x2 is 1 over, in this case 2, y1 is, let's say 5 plus 7 over 2. In this case, they want us to find the value of a. Okay, so each. So in this case, tonena kuti uyu tilibe naye ntchito at the moment, chifukwa tikufuna a uyu. So it means x value a plus 1 over 2, should be equal to 4. Huyu ndo yawene akafanana. For this is our midpoint. This is the formula of finding midpoint. Yeah. So we make subject of the formula A. So it will be A plus 1 will be equal to 8, which means when I go A will be equal to 7. So in this case, P will be equal to 7, 5. As simple as that. Thank you. It's good to understand these procedures, and the way you can understand them is to watch again and again the video and try these examples, and you probably get some other exercises and do them. Then come back if you don't understand and ask questions in the comment sections. I may take them. Thank you. See you next video.